guys, can you guys hear me, or how's the sound today? Oh, you can't hear me because I'm way down here. Try the sound now. Hey, Sukhneet. Any feedback on the sound, folks? Or do I have to do a test? Can't I hear anything? Oh yeah, it's good. Alright guys, so we're going to be working on just some algebraic fractions first today. And then after that, I know some people have been asking for simultaneous equations, and I haven't, like, how do I say it? I haven't got the questions organized yet. So what we might do is just do a few algebraic fractions first, and then after that we can actually, yeah, see how that goes first, yeah? So the questions that we're going to be looking at today are going to be some things like these types of questions. And like I said again, guys, we'll probably, how do I say it? We always start with like really easy questions, and then we kind of ramp it up towards the end of the stream. So we're going to be doing either simplify or solve. So I'm going to put up a first question here, question 1a. Let's do x over yes, Hector, I'll be doing one tomorrow as well. So we're gonna start off with question 1a, see how that goes, and then my second question would be something like this. No worries, Hector. So yeah, so these are the types of questions we're going to be looking at today, guys. And then we'll probably go into a little bit more challenging if you guys are finding these questions a little bit too easy. So what I'll do is with question 1a, I might, do you guys want me to actually go through the answer for question 1a first and then give you a different type of question? Or would you like some time to just have a go by yourself? Let me know. I'm happy to work either way. All right, answer it is. So, I guess the first, so Adam, what we'll do is like, we'll work through this question first, and then I'll give you guys a similar question so you can kind of have a go at it, all right? So when we look at these types of questions, right, it's really important to understand that when you're adding two fractions, you actually want to have the denominators to be the same numbers, all right? And if it's not the same numbers, you have to make them the same numbers before you can actually add it up together. All right, so I guess what I'm doing here is I'm having a look at this number 30 here. And once I have a look at the 30, on the other side of the fraction, I've actually got a 5. Now I got to change that 5 into a 30. Now if I want to change it into a 30, what do I got to do? I've got to multiply. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply that 5 by 6. But here's the thing. Anytime you do something to a fraction, like especially like multiplying a number on the top or bottom, you've got to kind of repeat it at the top as well. So that you keep the fraction the same as it is. No worries, picker boy. What are you doing in uni, Matt? Or I don't know what your pronoun is. I'm sorry. So what are you doing in uni? All right, so Adam, the next thing is now that we've actually done this, what we're going to do is we're actually going to do 6 times x first, which is equal to 6x. Then we're going to do 6 times 5, which actually is 30, plus x over 30 is equal to 6. Now, because the denominators are the same, I can actually put all the numerators together on the top underneath the denominator. So I can actually do something like this: 6x plus x over 30 equals to 6. Now at this point, you don't really need to do this step. I mean, you guys can just skip this step straight away and just go write it down as 7x over 30 is equal to 6. Because remember that x actually has a 1 in front of it, so 6x plus 1x is 7x. Then we've got 7x is equal to 6. We got to get rid of the 30, so it's going to be multiplied by 30. And so what we've got is 7x is equal to 180. Next, we can get rid of the 7. And so what we're going to get is 180 divided by 7. So let me know if you're okay with that, Adam. Hey, Talia, welcome. So what I'll do here, guys, as usual, is I'm going to put down some line numbers. If you have any questions at any particular line, just yell out. Just say, hey, how did you do this in line number 3 to 4 or something like that. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments. If not, what I might do is I might actually put up another question, but I'll just wait for your feedback. All right, all good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up another question. How did you get line 2 to line 3? Okay, so line 2 to line 3, Talia, because the denominators are the same. So when I say the denominators, I'm looking at, see how these two numbers are the same? If they're the same, if the two fraction has the same denominators, you can combine it together to put it under like one big denominator. That's all I've done from line 2 to 3. All right, I'm going to give you guys a simple one to kind of get your practice in, and then after that we'll start complicating things a little bit more. But let me just check this. Did I do this much earlier? Yeah, actually, now let's do this one here. So try question B, folks, and then I'm going to slightly change up question C. But I'll leave the working here for you guys to kind of have a go at this. Guys, I'll give you guys another 20 seconds and then I'll go through the answer for this, all right? All right, so with this question, we're going to have a look at our denominators once again. Here I've got x over 7, and on this side I've got 28. So again, I want to make those two denominators to be the same. So what I'm going to do is, I know that 7 times 4 is 28, so I'm going to multiply the denominator by 4, and I'm also going to multiply the numerator by 4. So with that in mind, I've got 4 times x, which is equal to 4x, and then I've got 4 times 7, which equals to 28, plus, I forgot this 2 here, plus 3x over 28 equals to 2. So combining the denominators together, I'm going to skip that line 3, I'm going to go straight to line 4, which means I'm going to get 7x over 28 equals to 2. And then cross multiplying, I got 7x equals 2 times 28, which gives me 56. And then x is equal to 56 divided by 7. And so my answer is x equals to 8. Don't know why I get this really weird feeling that I've done something wrong here. I don't know why. 16, 32, 32 plus 24, 56. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yes, Talia, that is pretty much the next question that we're going to be doing. So the next question I'm going to be doing for you guys is something like this. 3x over 4 plus. And just for making things a little bit more fun, shall we throw in an inequality in there? Nah, let's not. Not yet. Not yet. So try question C there. So where I've actually put in 2 different denominators, like I think as Talia asked. So with this case, guys, you will have to multiply both sides of those fractions so that you get the common denominator. All right. Let me know if you need me to start it off. Otherwise, I'm going to give you guys like maybe a couple of minutes just to have a go. All right, so I'm going to start doing this question very slowly here. Now, with 5 and 4, I'm going to give it a little bit of space here. So what I'm going to do is, between 5 and 4, I know that the lowest common multiple is 20. So that means I've got to convert the 4 into a 20, and I've also got to convert the 5 into a 20. Now, if I want to convert the 4 into a 20, I need to multiply by 5, which means I'm multiplying the numerator by 5 as well. As for the denominator, I've got to multiply, not denominator, sorry, the other fraction. I've got to multiply by 4 and 4 for the numerator. Now, when I do this, first off, I'm going to get 15x, because 5 times 3x is 15x over 20, plus 4 times x is 4x over 20 equals 3. And because the denominators are the same, I could add the top 2 numerators. I'm going to get 19x over 20 equals 3. And then I'm going to get 19x equals 3 multiplied by 20, which means I'm going to get 19x is equal to 60. and x is equal to 60 over 19. Now I don't really need to simplify this any further, guys. I can just leave it as a fraction here. So let me know if you're okay with it. If you're okay with this, I will move on to the next type of question. Otherwise, I can put up another question like this as well. One more example? Sure. I'll tell you what. We'll do one more example, but I'm going to add one little extra thing to it. And I'm going to add this little symbol to it. All right? Now, this is basically called an inequation. Nothing changes. So pretty much what I'd like you to do is treat this question as just equals. All right? So actually, no, have a go at this question. I'm going to put the symbol in here anyway. But you just treat it like equals, and you kind of just work through it. So I'm going to give you guys, how many should I give? About 90 seconds, yeah? 90 seconds. Have a go. And then we'll try and work through this. So it's no different, when you see an inequation, it's no different to an equal sign. You still do all the same balancing and moving things around. All right, guys, I'm going to start doing this question slowly. I purposely kind of made this one of those little bit trickier ones, but it should be okay. You guys should be okay, because as I said to you, just treat that less than or equal to sign as just equals. So we're going to have a look at our two numbers here. We've got 7 and we've got 3, and we know the lowest common multiple is 21. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down x over 7 minus x over 3, and I'm going to multiply the denominator here by 3 and numerator by 3. Probably should put that times there. And as for this one, I'm going to put 7 times at the top and bottom. Of course, this is all less than or equal to 6. Okay, so nothing's changed when it's when you look at question C, that first second line. All right. So if we go to the next part, we're going to get 3x over 21, take away 7x over 21, and that's less than or equal to 6. Okay, so far, everything the same. All right, everything the same as what we did before. Still carrying on with it, what we've got is we've got 3x take away 7x, which means we write that as negative 4x over 21, and this is less than or equal to 6. Now, question 2 is, sorry, I'm just trying to look through the comments. I saw one pop up. Is it achieved level? Now, this would be definitely a merit at least, Talia. All right, but it's not. It's how do I say it? It's not bad, because you know, if you can do question 1 ABC, trust me, you can do this. All right, because all you got to do in this question is there's only one little trick, and I'll show you that at the end. But other than that, you treat it exactly like equals. So I'm going to put this as negative 4x is less than or equal to 6 times 21. And then what I'm going to get is negative 4x is less than or equal to 6 times 21. That's, what is it, 126? And finally, this is where the only trick happens. All right. when you're dealing with inequations or inequalities, when you divide by a negative number like we do in this case, that's the only time you change the sign over, and that's pretty much it. That's all the trick that there is to it. And this usually is like a merit question, right? So you've got an inequality, and I think, like, in fact, if I remember correctly, I would say almost all the inequality questions that I've seen, it ends up with a negative number for this part here. So you have to divide by a negative number, which means you have to actually change the sign. It's almost like I've always seen the questions like that. So I'll tell you what, I'll put up some line numbers and let me know if you got any particular questions with any particular lines. If you don't, then I'll put another question up. Let me know. One more example. Awesome, Soul Bro. That's awesome to hear. Chemistry major and a maths major. That's amazing, man. It's good stuff. Juicy, we're doing algebraic fractions. That's all we're doing at the moment. So let me know how you guys went with this question. If you want, I could put another question similar to this. Otherwise, we can kind of carry on. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put up one more question like this, and I'll leave it up for you guys to have a go as well. So let's call this 2A, and if we go to 2B, so try question 2B. Right, I can, but look, as I said to you at the start of the session, I had a pretty full-on weekend. I didn't get time to actually sit down and make some questions. But I'll tell you what, if you can find some questions, just send it to me, and what I will do is I will ChatGPT ChatGPT the question so that we can actually get similar questions like that from it, and then we can work on it. All right, but I just need one question, one of those age questions, and if you can give it to me, I'd appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much, Phantom. You didn't really need to. That's a good coffee for you somewhere, man. So, but I appreciate it. Thank you. You can email it, right? Because it's easy for me to copy from emails to put it on ChatGPT. Instagram is a bit more trickier. All right, have a go at 2B, guys. I'll go through the answer in about 8:31. Yeah, let's aim for 8:31. But again, this is another nice little merit question here. I'm trying to think, was there one like this last year? I can't remember. No, they didn't put it last year. Inequalities, nor fractions. Well, they had one question that was similar to fractions. Yeah, it's all right. I have seen one. I think last year's one was. I'm just trying to pick up the. Which question was it? It was question 3C. 3C. Let me have a look. Level 1 algebra. I can't remember off the top of my head. Like, I've got to go to the notes and check this out. Question 3C. Yeah, it looks like question 3C here was an excellence question. Where did it go? So this was last year. Last year's paper. Talia. Question 3C was an excellence one. All right, I'm going to go through this question at the moment. So what we've got is, we've got 5 and 3. So we can say that 15 is the lowest common multiple. So I'm going to do x over 5 minus 2x over 3. So I've got multiplying the denominator by 3, multiplying the numerator by 3, multiplying the numerator by 5 here, and the denominator by 5. So what I've got here is 3x over 15, take away 10x over 15 is greater than or equal to 2. Combining it together, so I've got 3x minus 10x, which is negative 7x over 15, is greater than or equal to 2. Negative 7x is greater than or equal to 2, and I've got a times 15. So I've got negative 7x is greater than or equal to 30. And x is greater than or equal to, but remember, if we divide by a negative number, so which is what we're doing in this case, we actually have to flip the sign over. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for inequations. I mean, like, if you ever get a fraction one, that's all you got to do, really. There's nothing more to it. All right, if there's no questions on that, I'll actually put up my next question. Sonny, that's because you already know how to do this, man. It's just inequalities. It's just that one little step that people don't remember. That's the only thing. And I think you have to remember, like with inequalities, like if you get that negative number in front of the x and you got to divide by a negative number, that's the only hard part. All right, so we are going to go to the next part of this tutorial. We're looking at writing things as a single fraction. All right, so what do I mean by that? What if I give you guys a question like this? I go, okay, so here is 3 over x. Let me write that again. So 3 over x plus 7 over 6x. So that's going to be A. And B is going to be x minus 2 plus, where's my question at? Cool. So I'm gonna put up these questions for you guys, and look, I don't care if you guys get this wrong, okay? But what I'd like you guys to do is think about what we've learned so far. We're not actually solving these questions. We're just putting them as a single fraction. We've got to combine them to make a single fraction. Have a go. All right. It doesn't matter if you get things wrong here. No one's looking. But the important thing is you got to try and have a go at this. And I'm going to give you guys maybe about a couple of minutes just to have a go. And then I will actually explain it and see if you're right or wrong. You never know. Okay. But think about what you've learned so far today and try and work it out. Is there anything particular you're looking for, Teresa? For geometry, of course. All right, so when we want to write as a single fraction, remember what we've learned so far. We said we wanted to have the denominators to be the same. So if I look at the first example here, in my first example, I've got x on one side and I've got 6x on the other side. All right, so remember, I want to have them as the same denominators if I want to actually combine them as a fraction. So what I'm going to do is I've got 3 over x plus 7 over 6x. All I have to do is I've got to multiply the denominator by 6 and the numerator by 6. Okay, that's pretty much it. Because then what's going to happen is I've got 6 times 3, which is 18, 6 times x, which is 6x, plus 7 over 6x. Now 18 plus 7, you got 25. 25 over 6x. That is pretty much it for this question when you want to write it as a single fraction. Ethan, I do have a lot of videos for tutorials for TEG. I think if you go to my main homepage, you're going to find like all the playlists organized by level 1, level 2, and level 3. If you find level 2, level 1 TEG tutorials, the live stream ones, there's like good 6 years worth of content there, man. Just good luck with it. All right, guys, any questions with 3A before we go to 3B? Now, look, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of slowly work ourselves to that excellence question, because then, like, once we do part B, 3B, I'll try and up the ante a little bit. And by the end of this session, I think, which is going to be like another 10 minutes, you probably will become confident doing like a fraction plus a fraction equals a number, and then you're going to try and solve it. All right, let's go with 3B. With 3B, I think there's something that you must always remember. When you have no denominator, what do? You're thinking, it's like, well, there's no denominator. What am I supposed to do? If you think about it like this, right? If I write the number 7, just for example, I'm going to write the number 7. Now you will say, okay, 7 is in the numerator, but there's no number in the denominator. Well, actually, there is a number in the denominator, and that number happens to be 1. All right, any number on its own can be written as a fraction with where the denominator is actually 1. So if you think about it like 6 over 1 is still a fraction, but so then the 1 becomes the denominator. So keeping that in mind, what we've got here is x minus 2, and we're going to put this entire x minus 2 under a denominator, or sorry, on top of a denominator, and in this case, that denominator is actually going to be 1. Okay, now this is the most key part, because if you get this part, you pretty much can actually move on straightforward from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this x minus 2 in a bracket over 1 plus x plus 4 over 3. Now, we know that we have to convert this 1 into a 3. And to do that, we're going to multiply the denominator by 3 and the numerator by 3 as well. So at this point, you can kind of see that you've got a number in front of a bracket, so you've got to expand it. And so when we do that, we're going to get 3x minus 6 over 3 plus x plus 4 over 3. Now, we can put all those numerators under one line. So 3x minus x plus 4. And that whole thing is over 3. And then at this point, you've just got to collect the like terms. So if you look at it, you've got 3x and x, which happens to be 4x. And then you've got minus 6 and positive 4 is minus 2. And all of that is over 3. That's pretty much it for this type of question, guys, when you want to write things as a single fraction. Now I'm going to pause here because I kind of need something back from you guys. Let me know. Did you want another couple of questions like this, or did you want to move on? Hey Adrian, welcome. All right, awesome. Let's move on. Don't move on. All right, Talia, what I might do is I gotta maybe create like a little poll next time. We'll do one more question like this, all right? We'll do one more question. Right? Stop spamming, man. All right, so one more question like this, and then we'll actually move on. Yeah, sounds a plan. Sounds like a plan. So with this question, I'm gonna do it slightly different, all right? So what I'm gonna do is, because right here is like, move on, and then you guys are like, oh no, we don't wanna move on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually give you guys this question. Let's do this question here. So try this question, and I'm gonna tell you guys this. I'm gonna extend this question right now, but Raid, you might be all right to go ahead and try this. Talia, what I'm gonna ask you to do is ignore the red part of this question for now. But Raid, you can actually try and solve it, because what I'm gonna try and show you guys is that if you can write it as a single fraction, then you'll be able to solve it as well. So I'm going to leave that question like that. So the guys that were saying, hey, don't move on, I'd like you to work on the black part of this question. Red, for you, try and do the whole question. All right, because you're done, I'm going to hide that part. Really? 2. Oh, I wonder how you got that. 2. Okay, maybe not 5 then. Let's change that. Instead of 5, let's put that as 6. Now let's make it 7. There we go. We're going to change it to 7, right? That was too easy. All right, Teresa, Talia, tell me when you guys have got up to a single fraction, and then I'll work through it. All right, Talia, I'm just waiting for you. 3.6 in decimal. Yeah. Now you can leave it as a fraction, right? Cool. So what we're going to do, and Talia, there's a reason why I actually put this equals 7 there, but I'm going to explain to you when we put this as a single fraction. So for now, I'm going to work this as a single fraction. So I've got x plus 3. I'm going to put that as 1 there at the bottom, because I know that x plus 3 has a denominator of 1. Then what I've got here is I've got x plus 3 in a bracket over 1 plus x minus 2 over 4. And I've got to multiply the denominator by 4 and the numerator by 4 as well. Expand the brackets. So what I'm getting is 4x plus 12 over 4 plus x minus 2 over 4. Combine it. So I've got 4x plus 12 plus x minus 2, and the whole thing is over 4. Then I'm looking at 4x plus 1x, which is equal to 5x. Then I've got 12 minus 2, which is equal to 10 plus 10 over 4. So this is the part where we stop if this question had said write this as a single fraction. But because I actually put that equals 7 there, we're going to try and solve it now. So nothing really happens there, because all I'm doing is I'm just putting that equals 7 all the way to the end. And then once I get to this part, I know how to solve this, because I could cross multiply that 4. I've got 5x plus 10 equals 7 times 4. 5x plus 10 equals 28. And then 5x is equal to 28. Take away 10. 5x is equal to 18. And x is equal to 18 divided by 5. So let's put up a few line numbers. If there's any part that you don't understand, shout out the line number that's giving you some grief. Otherwise, we've got time for one more question and then we're going to be done for tonight. I'm assuming that there's no questions from the quietness in the chat room. Now, I'm not going to give you the most insane question, but I am going to give you a question that's pretty much going to cover all the things that we've learned today. But that's pretty much going to be my last question for the night. But checking, right. It's not like I'm forcing you guys to stay here. Hey Sukhneet, welcome back. All right, so today's last question is going to be a combination of everything you've learned in this session. Don't be horrible, don't be horrible. Nah, be horrible. Oh, should I? Nah. Okay, I'm going to give you guys this question. And I think this question is usually like a really good question, but yeah, let's just go. Let's go for it. This combines everything that you've learned today. I'm just gonna give you guys a bit of a nah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna shut up. I'll give you guys about, what's it, 8:51. What's the time? 8:51:33. Okay, I'm gonna go through the answer for you guys at 8:50. I'll give you guys 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's go 2 minutes. Nice, Zed. Right, we got a couple of answers. Nice. Well, if it makes you any better, Sonny, I think when I did level 1, I looked at this question and go, oh my god, this is crazy questions. Who do I trade in? Who do I trade out? Interesting. I gotta ask, is anybody from Peppertoe High School on right now? Pap High, anybody? I mean, I wouldn't know because it's pretty quiet group here. Damn. Well, which area are you guys all from? Is this Aucklanders today or from around the country? I keep thinking every time I gotta get like a map, and I gotta actually ask people to just drop a pin from where they're from, like just to town. Maybe I should do that as a little hobby one day. Hamilton. Nice. How did you guys actually find me? Like, do you guys just like, does your teachers tell you about me, or do you guys just randomly come and look up things? Love it. Ah, nice. Nah, I've got a few teachers that actually encourage their students, because it's like, I'll tell you what, my kids don't listen to me in my classroom, so it's okay. I completely understand. Anyway, let's get through this question, guys. This is the one that I'd said, if you can answer this today, even if certain parts, you got up to certain parts, then you pretty much be good with it. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty funny to hear, actually, Tada. Search up maths tutorials. Now, do you guys search on YouTube or do you guys search on TikTok? I'm just curious, because it's like, I've always tried to figure out how to get more people on here, especially for year 11s, because year 11s don't find this until it's like way too late. YouTube. Okay, sweet. Okay, let's go through this question. I'm gonna power through this at the moment. So when we look at it, all right, so far we've been working with fractions. We look at this question and we go, okay, so we've got a denominator that's 4 and 3. We're gonna have to combine it. So what we're gonna do is, and I think I always do this, guys, always put a bracket whenever I'm dealing with fractions and like big terms like this. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this one by 3 and 3, because I know that 12 is what I want the denominator to be. I'm going to multiply this by 4 and 4. All right, hopefully that's good so far. Now the next step I'm going to ask you guys to do is this. All right, all I'm going to ask you guys to do is this: 3 bracket x plus 3 minus 4 bracket 2x minus 1, and all of that is over 12. We know that. And I guess this part right here is important, because this is where people make the most amount of mistakes. All right, they always forget that it's -4. All right, and sometimes when you multiply it as 4 times 2x and minus 1, so you write it up as 8x minus 4. But in reality, it's not 8x minus 4. So you've got to always remember that -4 is going to impact both the 2x and the -1. So when we expand the brackets, we've got 3 times x, 3 times 3, which is going to be 3x plus 9. Then we've got -4 times positive 2x, which is -8x. -4 times -1 is positive 4. And all of that is over 12, less than 5. We're going to get rid of the 12 to the other side, but before we do that, we've got 3x minus 8x, which happens to be minus 5x. Then we've got 9 and 4, which actually makes 13. And that's all over 12, less than 5. And then we've got minus 5x plus 13 is less than 5 times 12. So we're going to get -5x plus 13 is less than 60. Negative 5x is less than 60. Take away 13. Negative 5x is less than 47. And then x is 47. And it's divided by a negative 5, which means we've got to change that to greater than. Now I saw an 18 over 7. Somebody had 18 over 7. I think I see where you made your mistake, but that's all good. But you know, look, hopefully you guys can have a look at this. Now I'm going to put some line numbers. So if you have any questions, you can kind of ask. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for today, guys. I will do TEG, mate, but not until the MCAT's over. After the MCAT's over, we do TEG and geometric reasoning. Level 2 calculus, we do either Tuesday or Wednesday. It depends. I'm cooking. I've got a big afternoon on Tuesday, and if it's okay, I might come in the nighttime and run it. Otherwise, I'll do a Wednesday night. Oh yeah, right. That's an easy one, man. I'll actually go through a couple of tricks for that. What level grade is this question? I would probably put it high merit, low excellence kind of question, Teresa. Talia, we're doing tomorrow level 1 again. Please let your friends know, guys, because like half of them don't realize this channel even exists. So if you could just pass on that this channel exists and there's free tutorials, really appreciate it. So tomorrow is when we do another level 1 stream. But that's pretty much it for tonight, guys. I think what I've planned for tomorrow is, what are we gonna do? Area questions? Yeah, let's do area questions. I think that's what I did last. Yeah, we'll do some nice area questions. Yeah, tomorrow is the level 1. Yeah, we'll do tomorrow level 1 stream. It'll be 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock as usual. So I usually put my son to sleep and then kind of come over and do a live stream. So rugby field questions. Yeah, Tada, I'll be on at 8 o'clock. Yeah, Talia, we usually do the perimeter and area questions together so that we can kind of do both of those questions together. Normally I try and do them together, but I just need to come up with like some shapes. Really need a new space here. Let's see if I can put that like that. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's all right. Geometry questions. Yeah, we can. I think, yeah, like geometry and TEG I normally don't do till about, when is it? When do I do them? After the MCAT. After the MCAT is when I start doing them hard out. I do raid, but it's like, I don't have time to maintain them, man. Like, I put up some stuff in there. I think there's a website there, and I've got some of my old, all my tutorials put together in one place. But most of the time I end up just, what happened here? Why is all my stuff all messed up? Original. There we go. It's like some weird stuff happening in my camera at the moment. It's alright. It is what it is. 5. This inference internal. The inference internal should be fairly easy, isn't it? Alright, anyway guys, look, I'll hang around for a couple of minutes, just if you have any questions, apart from, no, like not numeracy questions, but like other questions. I'll hang out for a couple of minutes and then I'm gonna take off. I don't miss multivariate. I like bivariate, but multivariate is just like, oof. Oh yeah, thanks, right? I completely forgot about that. Sorry, man. It just I don't think like there's a joke at my school that I actually need a third clone, because even with a second clone of all the things that I try and do, a second clone is not enough. I need a third one. Right. Anyway, guys, look, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll actually put up early, what do you call it? Set it up so that I get a reminder. But apart from that, have a good night, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some area and perimeter type questions. Yeah. Cool. Take care, guys. Good night.